the typical one that everybody asks.
Okay.
Have you learned anything from this time in quarantine?
I've learned that I should never drink more than one whole bottle of wine. Speaking of drinking, no, I think I've. What have you learned?
Exactly. Well, I've learned how to bake banana bread.
Oh,
Like 95% of the population. Uh,
those damn bananas going bad.
Yeah. What else? I've learned that I'm very adaptable, that I'm, that it's not very, very different from, I don't feel very, very different from what I felt, touring and being super, super, super busy. And that I think it's just a lot of it is here.
Yeah.
It's in your head.
That's really well said, because that's exactly how I felt. Like, I feel like the one thing I think I was like, not proud of, but like happy for the fact that like I just like dealt with it. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get sad really about it. I mean, it is sad and maddening, and especially like now I just feel like it's upsetting that, our leadership is so bad, and that, it's not caring, about what's happening to people. And it doesn't have to be that hard, people just wear their masks and, help keep it down, but, stuff like that. But I did feel like I just kind of like dealt with what was going on, and didn't get like, I haven't really thought a lot about myself, really. I've just been like, oh man, the world is so fucked up, and it'll get back to it when it gets back to whatever I'm doing. But I felt like it was good for me to just like kind of slow down and not, because I don't know about you, but like I felt like the pace of life was so fast for so long, and and you just felt like, it should be accompanied by the sound like
Yeah. Yeah.
And I felt like it was doing that. It was just like, no. Like
Yeah.
something broke, It was really fucked up.
And I guess in the end, it just connects you with what's really important. And it happens. I was in the studio recently, and I hadn't been in the studio for a while, and it was really cool for me because I was like, okay, so this stopping has made me connect a lot to what's actually important, like with what the things that are happening around in the world that are actually important. And I feel that it's very much compared to how you feel when you walk into the studio and you're sort of just connecting to music and to having something important and something beautiful to say through music, and communicating with other musicians, and and it's sort of, to me, it felt very similar, like the conclusions that you take from being in studio quarantine and then from this moment of quarantining and sort of opening your eyes to what's around you, what's important, and who needs you, and I think that's really cool.
I've never been more grateful, like I don't think, for what I do, and not for like what I have through what I do, but but what I do, like that I make music, and and so like inspired, and I just feel like I'm gonna like kind of go, not away, but just go to a little house away from my house next week for like 2 weeks, to just kind of shut off and like write even more, because I'm kind of done with this record that I'm putting out. My single's coming out soon. I can't wait for you to hear it. As soon as I'll send you
Yay!
Apple probably has a version of it.
That's so
right
exciting.
now, it's coming month, yeah. But I'm like, there's a lot of songs, but I feel like I have a lot more stuff rolling around. So I'm just gonna, do that and see what's up. But I'm glad it's like I felt creative. So it's nice to hear that you do too. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're so lucky to be able to do that. I mean, really, to just be able to go into a studio and just write and perform and compose and, be in that mindset. Having that to fall back to is amazing.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, well done.
Yay, team.
I want to get in with you and let's write something from scratch.
Yes, that would be
Okay.
so fun.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah. No, it's really, really cool. And especially it was awesome because we all of the songs that I was in the studio are produced by a girl. Her name is Marianne Rossi.
That's
She's
cool.
an amazing Mexican producer, and I'd never done that before, and that was really amazing experience. Being like the two ladies in charge. That is like we were like the two main people in charge at the studio.
Yeah, I think I saw some pictures. She looks cool.
You what?
I said I think I saw some pictures and she looks really cool.
She's amazing.
Like a badass.
Yeah, she's really badass. She's such a good producer. And but it was just it was really special. Having that energy, which it's 100% different when where it's usually dudes.
Oh, totally. Cool. Yeah, Lauren would be like, yes, what's her number? I want to like, she loves, like, she gets so excited when there's like, I feel like I'm just so used to like, I welcome it and a woman mastered my new single, which is like, yes, finally, like,
yeah,
this woman, Emily Lazar, and I was just like, fucking finally, because it's because I have worked with him before. I just like, it just so happened that it's like, been more of a dude thing, but I don't want to like kind of stay away from my dude just because he's a dude,
Yeah.
Says me. There's plenty of women around anyway. Whoa, pump the brakes. Everybody calm down. Anyway, but yeah. Any more questions there?
Yeah, there's a couple of one. Oh, this one's cool. Wait. Oh, here it is. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Woo! Well, I always say this, but I think it's a good one. Time travel. How cool would that be? Just be like,
yeah. Time travel is cool.
Your 18-year-old son graduate from college. I mean, you're from. So, it's a boy. No, I'm just kidding. I have no.
I think mine is to be invisible. How cool would that be?
Oh, that would be very cool. But then, you'd roll up on people being like, I don't really like him, and I don't. And then you'd be like, here I am.
It's like, hey, I'm here.
Son of a. But yeah, I think that would be fun for sure. But where would you go? Where would you go first?
Where would I go? The center of the city. I wish I'm dying to see how Mexico City looks like completely, empty.
Oh.
That would be really cool.
But when you also like to see Mexico City like 1,000 years ago?
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%.
So
must have been fucking crazy. I mean, I feel that Mexico City has that.
Oh, totally. It does. You're right.
It's like, I think it's always been crazy. Like, it's crazy now, and I'm sure like,
oh my God,
200 years from now was insane, and like 500 years from now was also insane. It's like,
I bet. And we should combine our superpowers, because if time travel and being able to be invisible would be key, because you know what I mean. Like this way, it'd be like,
yes.
I'd like to, you know, just be like kind of like show up like this, like 1,000 years ago, like, like what the hell is that? I'll kill it. Ah.
Plus also like, you know, being a woman, just like,
well, yeah, I mean, that's not a great thing.
not a great, it's like one of the
yeah.
worst things to be like 500 years ago or 1,000 years
I
ago.
think I should go back and like walk into a church, like, you know, 2,000 years ago, like, how's everybody fucking doing? yeah. You like lesbians? Anyway? No?
Exactly. Like, okay, I'm just
You
gonna
down with gay people or what?
burn in the stake right now.